Hey everybody, we're back live. It is the Obi-Wan Kenobi watch party and after show. And this time, the watch party is actually going to happen for this episode. Uh Last week, unfortunately, was a different story. But now at least we actually get to have a watch party. So let's introduce the guy over here to my right.
So once again, it is me, the J to the E to the double F ray. I'm Jeffrey Harris, entertainment professional extraordinaire, tomato meter approved film critic, writer for 411 Mania, and host of the 411 Wrestling Interviews podcast. And welcome back to the MUSE TV watch party for Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. So
Yep.
sorry about it was a bit of a what do we call it? What do we call tonight? A mulligan, Mike, or
Yes. It is a
was
mulligan.
last week a false start? What do we call? What are we calling this?
Let's go with the mulligan.
Tonight's our mulligan. Look, we're sorry, but like we did not know.
Mhm.
We did not know what was going on last week. We did not know they were gonna drop the episodes at 9 o'clock. On Friday. We probably should now look, we probably should have anticipated that, but we had no reason. Plus, like Mike, you were credentialed in covering Star Wars Celebration, so you were
Yeah.
already busy as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so to have that on top of this, like at least we got something done because we wanted to do the watch party with Moon Knight during CinemaCon and it just didn't work out. We still got a show. We still got the group together and we still had a show and live stream that night. It was, we're sorry, but technical issues and things being what they are. But Mulligan, tonight will be hopefully things will flow smoothly. Episode 3 is not out yet, so we still have time.
Exactly.
So we still have time.
And that's the thing. Like, imagine like if I actually went to see it at Celebration,
Yeah.
and it came out immediately, it would have been just a cluster F of because you weren't available. I would have had to jump on, and hopefully, and the Wi-Fi at the arena in Anaheim Convention Center is not good.
Right.
So I had to leave that up there from Slater the Spider because showing his love to Jeffrey.
Thank you, Slater. I appreciate that. So yeah, we're starting a little. I think this is a good way for us to start.
Mhm.
We're starting a little earlier, so that way we'll have plenty of time for more people to come in. We'll answer more questions. Plus, we'll have more time to discuss. Since we didn't really get into episode 2 last week, since I hadn't watched it yet, we can get into that a little bit more. So we
But before
got
that,
yeah.
let's get some comments. We got it.
Okay.
In. Besides that, okay, I gotta know how was Celebration? How was it for you, Jeffrey? Because you went one day.
I only went one day. I mean, I had a good time. I had a lot of fun for the one day I went. The only panel I really got to do was Tales of the Jedi, but at least for my one panel, that was a damn good panel, at least. Show floor was good, and I'm kind of happy and sad about it because, like, I'm happy that I got to go to Celebration and spend a little bit of time there. I really have to thank Kevin Phoenix and the staff at Illuminati who were nice enough to lend, to help me get in. Since I wasn't really there working and covering the show, they were nice enough to accommodate me. So I really have to give a shout out to them and thank them for looking out for me there. That because I tried to go there as a reporter, but I was initially rejected. So, but I'm sad, like just for all the time that we've lost, and just losing, just like the world just shutting down for 2 years. I mean, I'm melancholy about that. I probably shouldn't, but it's just weird things get to me sometimes. So I'm sorry about that, but I was happy to be there. There was some good booze. You know, the one thing that I really hated was like I wanted to buy so much.
Yeah,
There was so much I wanted to buy, but like there's not enough money. I don't have enough money. I need more money So, I want to buy like all those lightsabers. Like I
Oh,
got so jealous of people walking around with those true effect, with what are they called? The force effects, true effects
Force
lightsabers.
effects or whatever
I
they
want
are.
those. I want those. I want that dark saber, man. I want that replica dark saber.
Yeah, it was really.
Man, I'm so jealous. So I saw people just walking out of like Dork Side Toys with the
Mhm.
dark saber. I like, give it to me. I want like every like special replica and legacy lightsaber there is, especially the dark saber, because that's the coolest one. And Dean Jar and the Mandalorian has that one. But I had a great time. And Mike, I saw you did some great coverage, so you can
Yeah,
check out some of that on MUSE TV right now. You got
and
some good
and
interview clips.
yeah,
And,
and that's not
and
even all.
yeah,
We have stuff that still needs to go up this week. Especially, I was able to check out the Mandalorian experience, which had props and different sets, pieces from the show, from not only the Mandalorian but the Book of Boba Fett as well, and that was really cool. And that was all straight. They brought it there. Everything, the panels. I was at every major panel for that, and the one thing I could say, Andor looks really cool. And
now
I'm kind of really liking the look and the feel of Andor.
the one thing I will say, this year's celebration, it was really all about Disney Plus and the
Mhm.
TV projects. Nothing with the movies, really, right?
I think they're
That
holding that for D23.
Do you think it's a matter of holding things for D23, or do you think they just, the movies are so far away in development in the pipeline that we won't see anything for them for a while?
I think we will hear announcements at D23.
Okay.
We're not gonna see, like, because they're not haven't even started production on
I
these.
I think maybe the problem Lucasfilm has had in the past
Mhm.
is maybe announcing projects before they were really ready to go.
Yeah.
So I one thing I would implore the team is take your time,
Mhm.
and when it's truly ready. Now, obviously, I'm not an executive. This is just my own personal opinion. When it's ready, then announce it. Like
Mm.
when it's ready to go in the oven, that's when you can announce the project. Is when
Yeah.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Slater, what color lightsaber would y'all have if you were in the Star Wars universe? I want the dark saber, so I want that kind of white black kind of unique look.
Mhm.
That's why I like the dark saber, because it's sort of like a one of a kind, not like any of the others, That's why I like that. The hilt, the blade, that's why I like the whole thing.
And me, I'd
What
go
about
green.
you?
Green or
I
blue.
I mean, look, you can't go wrong with the classics,
Yeah. Mike, Andor looks amazing. Thank you for uploading the vid with Diego Luna. Excited for that one. Dude, Marvin, I got a lot more still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got Pedro Pascal too.
yeah. But the one thing I gotta tell everybody, like, we didn't sign up for press. Disney got us in. There was only 200 people that they invited to the studio invited. So I have to say thank you to Disney, Allied Contigo, everybody at Allied Communications and Public Relations, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have been covering it. Uh, so I want to say thank you to them. Thank you for supporting us and what we are doing. It was a great time. Got to do Star Wars After Dark at Disneyland. So we're able to do a lot of cool stuff with that. And yeah, oh, sorry, Mickey's talking. His ears must have been ringing. But yeah, we had a great time. It was so much fun. Tiring. It was really tiring. A lot of stuff to see and do. But that Mando Plus panel was the best panel out of it all. Now that we know that some of the characters from Rebels will be in Ahsoka.
That's right, because they showed the first trailer at Celebration for Ahsoka, and we know that Natasha Liu Bordizzo is
Mhm.
portraying the live action version of Sabine Wren. Rosario Dawson, of course, is back as Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
This has not been confirmed yet,
Mhm.
but do we know who is playing Harrison Dula, who apparently we did get a glimpse of in the trailer, right?
Yeah. But no, we don't know yet. All we know is that Natasha Liu is playing
Okay.
Sabine Wren, and Chopper is back. They're bringing Chopper back in live. Ahsoka comes out next year in
Ahsoka.
2028. Ahsoka. They haven't said a date yet.
Okay. So we know that Mary Elizabeth Winstead is cast in the series.
Mhm.
We know that, but we don't know who she's playing yet.
Yeah.
Do you think she is playing Hera Syndulla in live action?
I don't know. I really can't say. Unless we head over to Manhattan Beach where they said that they're filming this. John Favreau was funny though. He was just like, "Hey, we're shooting down the road. We shoot it."
So how neat is that? Ewan McGregor is back as Kenobi, and his wife Mary Elizabeth Winstead is now joining the franchise as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Or his current wife.
Yeah, but before we do that, I think let's start talking about season 2, episode 2. I mean,
yeah,
of Obi-Wan. But the one thing I do want to, Slater brought this up, guys. The actor who plays the third sister has been getting so much hate. On her Instagram, she addressed it, and a lot of people are being racist and saying horrible things.
Already talking about the 800-pound gorilla. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I saw it on Twitter. I didn't even know.
Do we have to bring the bad mojo in here?
Well, yeah, because it's kind of something that's a bunch of bull. It's BS. It really is BS. And it's like, as a fan base, the one thing that we saw, and I got to bring it up at Star Wars Celebration, no matter where you went, it was like being a part of a family reunion. And that's the one thing I noticed right after.
Why does this have to continue being a thing?
I really don't know. And I don't think, and I don't see.
You want to know what the this is now, again, this is just my opinion. You know what the problem is?
What?
Social media.
Yeah, definitely.
Social media, and look, it's not just social media, but I think this is like, there are multiple things at work here. But I think social media gives these, I don't even want to say the buzzwords because I'm just sick of talking about this, and I don't even like using these like stupid buzzwords.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you use them so much, they lose all meaning. It gives these people attention, it gives them a platform, and and you know what? I think it makes celebrities too accessible to these people. That, they shouldn't have. There needs to be a barrier here.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't really think social media has really benefited society in a positive way.
I agree.
And I think whatever benefits it did have long since like just died out. And I think I get the ease and convenience of social media, but I'm just like, there's something wrong here. And I wish these people would just, it's like, it's not even enough to say stop or just knock it off,
Yeah.
Plus these are actors. They're not the characters.
Yeah.
Second, they're doing their job. They're just doing their job. They're doing the job they're given. They're not trying to upset you and ruin your life.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not. I hope I'm. I'm trying. I hope I'm not coming off the wrong way. I think
it's a good way.
Talking about this upsets me.
Yeah. Well, how do you think I feel? Because this is like, we keep seeing this over and over again, and it really makes me angry that it's not about, like, you're not watching the show. You're just trying to start things. and that's what pisses me
I'm
off.
you
Like,
want to? I'm just like
people trying
take
to
Twitter,
start,
take Twitter away. Just
yeah,
take Twitter, take Instagram, but we can't because we have influencers now.
yeah,
And
exactly.
and and the and,
Well,
and the whole influencer thing is their bread and butter. But I'm like, take it away. I feel like if you're an influencer and you need a way to reach your base, I feel like there are ways to do it. I think you can use YouTube, you can use Twitch, whatever. But
yeah, I agree.
I don't like I don't like the personal personality of social media.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I
But at least, hey, we got the elephant in the
like Kelly Marie Tran.
yeah.
Remember, this was a thing
Oh, yeah, I
with
remember
Kelly
that.
Marie Tran and,
Yeah.
and Last Jedi.
Mhm.
She was not my favorite character in The Last Jedi. And like I get that, but like some of the things people were saying about her
Mhm.
on YouTube and social media were just horrible.
Mhm.
Like, and that's just kind of why that's kind of like I get being critical and not liking Last Jedi. I get it. If I get it if you but when you're so angry that you're like personally attacking these people, it's like you've lost the plot, man.
Yeah,
Like get a grip. You know, just I don't know what I don't know. I'm sorry. It's just
exactly.
upset. It's an upsetting topic.
Exactly, and it kind of just, like, it just angered me, and it just was something that kinda that's what ended Celebration for me in a sour note.
Can we
Weekend.
like Last of Us 2? If you
Mhm.
don't like if you don't like Last of Us 2, fine, but like the things I saw written to Laura Bailey and the director of Last of Us 2 were just horrendous.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I don't agree with some of like creative decisions for the story in Last of Us 2 and how they approach Last of Us 2. But
Mhm.
like, there are things I don't like about Metal Gear Solid 2 and Hideo Kojima. And then, I've heard some criticisms of Last of Us 2 that go well beyond like I don't even want to say cuz just saying it makes me violently ill.
Exactly. Well, let's get into episode 2, and episode 3, which is coming up in about 40 minutes?
Okay, so episode 2.
Yeah. Well,
So
first,
you and okay, what are we
because I was gonna read Marvin's
all right.
comment. What are y'all looking
Marvin.
forward for episode 3? I want Vader to appear. I don't think we're getting
Well,
Vader yet.
he appeared
Well,
last
in
week.
costume, I think. In costume.
What do you call his battered body in a Bacta tank? That stars
Skywalker and water.
it was
Invisible.
Darth Vader. And
Uh-huh.
that's what you and Robert were dancing around for like half an hour.
Yeah. Anakin is getting pickled. Let's put it that way. I want to see more of young Leia. Now I'm invested in her character. I also want to see Vader. Yep. Fourth, like, I don't know what that one is. What's that?
Like you see, the Bacta did a really good job on Boba Fett, but it didn't really seem to help Anakin Skywalker very
He was extra crispy.
much.
Taking a little bit longer to heal him up. But like in episode 2, what did you think about episode 2 after you saw it? Because we're kind of scurrying around.
Okay. So I think episode 1, I think my main problems besides the Grand Inquisitor, I think Tatooine looked a little flat
Mhm.
and some of the visuals just looked a little underwhelming to me. I think once they moved the story to Dayu, it got a little more exciting and it got more compelling. I think Dayu was a much more interesting setting. I think kidnapping Leia and making sort of Leia's kidnapping the crux of Obi-Wan being forced to leave Tatooine was a good choice, because that was sort of my big thing the whole time. How do you get Obi-Wan Kenobi off of Tatooine and temporarily away from his mission, watching over Luke? It's because he has to save Leia, because Leia's been kidnapped. Now, I guess my one bit of confusion, maybe not my only one, is Ben meeting or Obi-Wan Kenobi meeting Leia, introducing himself as Ben, and then just her video message in A New Hope, where it didn't seem like they had that past experience before. But the story's not over yet, so we'll see where they leave things.
Yeah.
Also, last episode, in episode 2, we had so Riva she's what, third sister?
Yeah.
Is Riva, help me out here in the chat, is Riva the third sister?
Well, that's what they said in the past, that I think Marvin.
Grand Inquisitor. So we've seen like Grand Inquisitor,
yeah,
fifth brother, third sister, who is Riva.
Yeah.
So Riva impaled the Grand Inquisitor with the lightsaber, which I mean, just knowing what we know, the Grand Inquisitor can't be dead. Well, Ultron. So wait, is the Grand Inquisitor dead, or do you think he just got really injured? I mean, to wound him like that, it looks like it would have been a fatal wound, but we don't know much about his species. The Pow on. So look, we'll find out tonight. The show's not over. We'll see what they're doing with the Grand Inquisitor, but it seems unlike, if they did actually kill him, I'm gonna have big problems, and I will have some major questions.
Hey,
like,
maybe they Vaderized him, put some tech in there, and that's the way he stays alive.
Well, because he's in Rebels, and this is set at least 6 years before the events of Rebels, when he shows up again. So he can't be dead at this point. He cannot be dead at all.
Yeah. Good point, Jeffrey. His species might be different than humans when it comes to injuries.
Now, I've seen other people.
That was good, Mike.
I've seen other people mention that there was footage of the Grand Inquisitor in the trailers and TV spots that haven't happened yet in the show. So I think that's maybe a possible indication he's not dead.
Yeah.
But to put him through an injury like that, I would have taken him out of commission another way. But
yeah,
basically Riva clearly has a vendetta. She's obsessed with Kenobi, and I think it's because she blames Kenobi for abandoning her in the Jedi Temple, or for not saving her, basically.
Yeah, I agree. Slater the Spire, do y'all think episode 1 and 2 good directing or not? We already said that. Did you like it?
I think it's been a mixed bag. I know, like, Deborah Chow, who's directing the whole series, I think it's not as good as her best work in The Mandalorian so far, but I think it's been okay. I think episode 2 was an improvement over the first episode for the most part.
Marvin, I don't want to see Leia anymore. She is cringy.
I didn't mind her too much. I mean, look, it's a little kid. It's Leia's a little kid. Yeah. Whenever you have little kid characters, it's like a fine line where like too much of them can be like annoying. And it's about striking that balance with little kid characters in stories like this.
I don't think she was bad. I think she kind of tried.
I think the chase scenes were a little goofy.
Yeah. I hope
you have this little, like, she's like running away, and she's like two inches away from him, and they just miss her like 20 times. I don't think Grand Inquisitor is dead, Marvin, but we'll find out tonight.
Slater Aspire, what? Leia wasn't cringy? She was cute.
All right, so there you go. You go. Slater likes.
Well, the only thing that got me with Leia is, I know she was 10, but wasn't scared to jump over from one building to the other, even though, they were kind of like not that far apart. But at 10 years old to jump buildings?
Oh well, she almost fell over.
Well, he did on the large jump, but the smaller one is like, dude, I'd be
It
terrified of
was
that.
it was bare. That was barely even a jump.
Yeah.
But like we see her in the first episode, we see her. She likes climbing and she likes getting away from the palace, and she likes to climb trees and just do her own thing. So she's not scared easily,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, that could be true. Marvin, I want to see Luke, not just Leia. I don't think we're gonna see much Luke for
I
some.
think we'll see. I think we'll see a little more
Yeah, we'll see a
because
little more, but I don't think it's gonna be
I don't know.
Marvin again. Exactly, Mike. She literally jumped a whole building. Like what? She was brave. I wouldn't have been that
I
brave.
mean, look, she is Princess Leia after all.
Yeah,
Her
I
mother
wouldn't.
was her mother was Padme Amidala.
Mhm.
Her mother was like a queen in her young teens and was like fighting. It was like fighting separatists.
Yeah.
Just a few years older than her. So I mean, there you go.
Yep.
Obi-Wan needs to get his force powers and destroy everyone. That's not really that's not the Jedi way. That is not the way, Ultron.
I don't know if he's. I don't know what. I
Are we
think.
seeing a big fight scene this week or this ep? What do y'all think?
I hope so. I want to see a fight scene.
I guess will they make it back to Alderaan this episode?
I don't think
Because
so.
we did get Kumail Nanjiani.
Mm-hmm.
So can he be trusted, and will his instructions get him where they need to go? That's the other thing. Riva read his mind, so she has a rough idea of where they're going, doesn't she?
I think so.
So there's that.
Yeah.
So I imagine tonight they will still be trying to evade Riva and maybe some of the other Empire forces and Inquisitors.
Did you
But
notice?
now, like Riva is kind of gone rogue though. So
Yeah.
now she's at odds with the Inquisitors now.
Yeah. Did you get that little feeling at the end of the show that like the Warriors, like when Riva was searching for Obi-Wan, kind of like just say
Let me see.
Obi-Wan come out and like almost I was waiting for here Obi-Wan come out and play. It's like
That didn't really come to mind on
it,
first viewing.
it came to mind when I first watched it. I was like, ooh, damn. Where did the ship go when they went in the ship? Where did they go when they went in the ship?
What was the name of Kumail Nanjiani's character?
I forgot.
Okay.
It's been a crazy week.
There seems to be a problem with Disney Plus. I can't even load the second episode right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Haja. His character's name is Haja.
Yeah, Haja. Mm-hmm. I still can't believe Han is one of the Inquisitors, the fifth brother, but
Han is not an Inquisitor.
Well, Han's the fifth.
Okay,
fifth
so yeah,
brother.
now I'm trying to look up where Haja instructed Kenobi to take Leia.
Yeah.
See what else.
While you're
What
looking
else?
at that,
Yeah,
I'll read Slater's
read some of
comment.
these other questions.
Did you all see the theory that Riva was a youngling in the flashback at the
That's
Jedi
not a
Temple?
theory. That's obviously what happened. That's not a theory.
Well, they haven't said it yet, but
Yeah,
it's
but I
kind
mean
of
that's like storytelling 101.
yeah. There's a reason why she's after Obi-Wan, and I have a feeling that's the reason why.
Okay, so
Marvin, I didn't even recognize Han as an Inquisitor. That's so cool.
What are you guys talking? Han was not an Inquisitor.
Han's an Inquisitor in the show.
What are you talking about?
Sun Kang from friggin' Fast and the Furious. It's Han. It's Han.
Mike, I'm glad we're in two separate locations right now. If I was in that room right now, nothing would stop me from giving you an F5. I'd give you an F5 right on the floor.
It's hot.
And then I put you in the Scorpion Deathlock.
Yeah. Then I'll get in a Toyota Supra just like Han and drive away. Slater the Spire. I thought they didn't confirm that yet. They haven't confirmed it yet, but I have a feeling.
Okay. So Haja led them to the cargo port. It's automated. Go to transport 8. It goes to Mapuzo. He said they'll be waiting. So they're going somewhere called Mapuzo where they may get help. There are people out there who can help you. So that seems to imply that most of this episode they will still be on the run, don't you think, based on that dialogue exchange?
Yeah, I think it is going to be a on the run episode, but how long do you think this episode's going to be? Have you heard anything yet?
Well, no, I mean, have you?
No, I haven't heard anything.
So the first episode with credits and everything was 56. First episode was a solid length. Episode 2 was a lot shorter, was 42. So since last week was a shorter episode, I'm hoping this week will be over 45 minutes is what I'm hoping for.
I hope so too.
Oh, one thing I do know about the first episode, Deborah Chow had a cameo as the Jedi Knight who was defending the children when the clone troopers were invading and going after them.
Yeah.
So that was Deborah. So in that prologue, that was Deborah Chow as the adult Jedi instructor with the younglings.
Yeah.
And one of those younglings was more than likely Riva.
Yeah. I hope this episode will be around 40 minutes or
longer. I hope it's longer. I hope it's longer than that.
The music for this show is really good too.
Well, John Williams did do some of the music for this series. He's not like the main composer, but he did create some new music for this series. So
especially Obi-Wan's theme he created.
Yeah. So the new Obi-Wan theme for this show, he composed that. Yeah, there's been some good music. So okay, so now that I can get to so now I kind of want to get to, what do you think of Nanjiani as Haja?
I like it. I like the role. It's you kind of don't know what he's going to be. Is he just leading them into a trap to get the bounty? Or
I think he is I think he is genuine because he did try to resist Riva when it could have maybe been to his benefit to make a deal with her.
Yeah.
But she got information from him, but it was against his will. So I think he is a scoundrel, but he's like a scoundrel with some set of, with some moral standards, basically.
Yeah. Deborah Chow is a director, despite what some say.
What was that?
No, I was reading Eltron's comment. Deborah Chow is a decent director, despite what some say.
I think she is a good. I think she's
really good.
Wait, who's saying otherwise?
Oh, Ultron was just asking. He just commented about it because of her work.
Okay, so now it's a bit like now I kind of see what it's a bit like that kind of Warriors thing.
Yeah. Slater, by the way, does Mando
but
connect?
It's more like, but that's not really exclusive to Warriors. Where you're
no, but that's what you think of when.
Okay.
By the way, does Mando connect?
It's more like It's more like peekaboo. Where are you? Where are you?
I don't think this connects to Mando or Boba at all.
I think the gist of it is that Mandalorian season 3, Ahsoka will probably connect with each other, and obviously Book of Boba Fett, connected with Mandalorian. But I don't think this show is not going to be connecting, because those are post original trilogy, and this is all pre-original trilogy. So I don't think so.
Okay, Marvin, my friend hates the third sister. I told him hate the character, not the actor. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Exactly. It's like If you don't like the
Don't
character,
go
hey,
on social media and send him stuff. Like, just come on.
exactly. Like, I mean,
You're
it's
an adult. Like these people are adults
mhm.
doing this.
Some of them old and some of them really
And,
old.
and and if this was really enough to ruin your childhood, like
Mhm.
that wasn't much of a childhood to begin with. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Like, it hasn't ruined my childhood, even though the last
Like I don't even like the prequels as films, but
mhm.
they're
Yeah, like, I don't like I like the last
they don't ruin it for me, whatever.
yeah, like, I don't think I don't think it ruined it for me. It just wasn't
Like I hate Moon Knight, but Moon Knight didn't ruin the MCU for me.
yeah, exactly.
I don't
Slade
hate
Spider.
I don't hate Oscar Isaac. I like Oscar Isaac. I was just disappointed with what they did, the way they wrote and presented the character.
Yeah, someone legit sent her a death threat. So dumb. I agree with you, Slater. It's stupid. Completely stupid. Marvin, Zeke, do you think we'll see Qui-Gon Jinn's Force Ghost? Not yet.
They seem to be setting it up
Yeah, I think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's on episode 3 yet.
because the recap, like the recap hinted at that moment in Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yeah.
And then I think it sounds like he's trying to connect with Qui-Gon, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like he's tried to connect to Qui-Gon, but he hasn't been able to. So
Mhm.
I think he will, and Qui-Gon will teach him the secrets of becoming like a Force ghost.
Yeah.
You know, the thing, like Obi-Wan knew he was going to die when he was fighting Vader, and he knew what was going to happen to him. He
Mhm.
sacrificed himself, and he knew he would like become one with the Force or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So you don't set the show is clearly set it up where that'll be a payoff, and they will explain or add some texture to all of that in this miniseries.
I agree.
Otherwise there's not really any point in doing this miniseries,
Yeah,
frankly.
exactly. Marvin, so is Vader going to show up in the last episode or throughout the series? I
I
think he's going
hope
to show up throughout.
well we did see him. We just got a little glimpse
Mhm.
in this episode, so at least we got that.
Yeah.
I feel he does have. I hope it's not like Hawkeye, or I'll be disappointed. Because
Yeah.
you can't tease him. You can't tease him right off the bat in episode 2, and then just wait to show him until
Yeah.
the 6th episode. You
Yeah,
can't do
they have
you
to build
can't do that.
something up. They have to build something
But
up.
no, but you can't. But you also can't wait until the
Oh,
last
yeah.
episode. Just
No.
put it all in the last episode.
No, especially when you have to friggin' like, they he knows that with Ben calling his name that he knows already.
I guess the question is if we see the full-on Darth Vader in his full like black armor and regalia, will it be James Earl Jones's voice?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You know,
But it would
I
be
mean, I hope it is, but look, we have to be realistic.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
I trust the directors to make the right move with telling Obi-Wan's story, Slater the Spider.
that said, I'm very grateful that James Earl Jones has come back and voiced the character as much as he has.
Yeah, I agree.
If you like Darth Vader, I'm telling you guys, go back and go and watch season 2 of Star Wars Rebels right now. There's a good chunk of Darth Vader voiced by James Earl Jones throughout the series.
Yep.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm. It's the 11:39. We got about
I
10
don't know
minutes.
if we'll see a big Vader fight, but I think we have to see Vader. What I kind of want to see is like Vader bossing around the Inquisitors and like chewing them out, kind of thing,
Yeah.
and punishing them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would like to see that as well.
Maybe we can even see a flashback of Riva meeting
Mm-hmm.
Darth Vader,
That would be cool for me, like to see how that all came about.
because apparently she was motivated to gain favor with Vader,
Mm-hmm.
and like I guess jump the line, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like she wants to be Vader's apprentice or some such.
Yeah.
But no, I really hope, like, if Vader is going to be in the show, he has to be in the show more than Kingpin was in Hawkeye. All right, so we have about 10 minutes to go. If you guys have any more questions, please share them with us now. Before the episode starts, we should probably do some house cleaning and just the rules and how we like to explain how we like to do this, Mike.
Yeah, I kind of want to make a video on this. I should have made it over to Star Wars Celebration. But so how this all works is the fact that as soon as the episode comes out, which hopefully will be 11:50 and not 12, but we don't know because of what happened last week. It could be, we don't know when it's going to come out, but hopefully it's going to stick to the 11:50 time slot. As soon as it comes out, we are shutting off the sound, turning off our cameras, and we'll be watching episode 3. Everybody will be ready. We all turn it on. We watch together. And then immediately after the show ends, we'll be coming back on and we'll discuss episode 3, what we liked about it, what we didn't like, some of the key points and everything like that. And we'll just have a fun discussion for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on how it goes. And we'll see.
All right. So, and we will be, we'll be going in depth. We will be discussing what happens in the episode tonight. So if you want to go completely spoiler, story free, take a break, watch the episode tonight. And when you're ready, continue. We'll be starting about at the 50-minute mark. So come back and just watch the show later. So however you want to do it.
And the good thing is I don't have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning like I did last week. I have to wake up at 7 because I got it, or 8 because I have interviews for Jurassic World tomorrow, but it's not too bad.
Also would love to see Vader's mind and his point of view. I would really, you know what, Slater, that's actually a great idea. I would like to see, like, maybe not a whole episode, but I would like to see like some sequences in one of these episodes that is mostly from Anakin or Vader's perspective, because some comic stories have done that, but we haven't really gotten much of that in Star Wars live action, really. But that's actually a really great idea, Slater, and I'm glad you brought that up, and thank you for sharing that with us. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I want to see Vader reaction to see Obi-Wan.
I'm sure everyone wants that.
Yeah. Well, and then it kind of like it's cool because I said, well, the conversation when he's on the Death Star, Obi-Wan shows that they had more than one fight because it kind of made reference to that they had a fight before.
But here's my thing. They made a big deal out of Hayden Christensen being in this series.
Yeah.
A really big deal. So you can't make as big a deal as you have about Hayden like coming back and being part of the cast and him having a small role.
Yeah. No.
So
he has to be.
And if he's only on screen for like 5 minutes, then that's like,
what a waste.
That'd be a waste, and they totally oversold it. So he has to have a significant role in the back half, I think.
I agree.
Based on how they built it up and how they had him at Celebration, they are presenting him as one of the main cast members of this series.
Yep.
So I'm just saying you can't sell that and then just have him in only like a couple scenes. Yep. It has to be more. Also, I think we should maybe see some flashback scenes of young Anakin and Obi-Wan. What do you think?
Oh, I agree. I think that would be great to set up.
Okay.
To remind people.
Now, actually, if you don't mind, I need to take a bit of a technical break because I need to set up my Disney Plus right now.
Okay, no problem.
So if you can just take over for a minute or so.
No problem. Marvin, 5 more minutes. Let's go. I agree. We're almost getting there. Yeah, that would be a bummer if we only had a couple scenes. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, it needs to be more than a couple scenes because we can't, like, the way they were building them up, especially with Hayden Christensen at Celebration, it seems like he has a lot more to do than just one episode or one quick scene. It has to be more than just that. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, so far, like, let's see what happens. That's all I can say. Let's see what happens. What I found funny on episode was it episode 2? I think it was episode 2 about the spice and seeing them seeing what happened and Obi-Wan using the spice in order to escape and get out. That was something I never thought I would see before, and know that that's what they're using the spice for. Was kind of cool. But yeah, so we're coming up. We're at 11:46 right now. So far, it hasn't been posted or hasn't been on yet, but let's check. Yeah, we're still waiting on part 3. So hopefully soon we'll be able to watch part 3. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're just waiting. Jeffrey's on a technical break right now.
Okay, got it.
Ready?
Got it
And
back.
Jeffrey's ready to go. Got his stuff ready. And
Looks like, yeah, looks that way.
yeah, 11:46. We're 4 minutes away.
Okay, so since we asked earlier, I want to know from people in the chat tonight, what's like your favorite lightsaber? What would be your ideal color choice for a lightsaber, or do you have a specific legacy model,
Yeah.
color and or model?
And as
you
we're
would wanna
waiting
go
for
with?
those comments, did you see the one at Star Wars Celebration, 6 feet
Oh
long?
yeah, let's yeah, the HasLab.
Yeah, but it doesn't spin.
And no unlocks either.
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
at so we'll I'll send that to Mike right now and we'll show
Mhm.
that in the screen in a little bit. So
Marvin, my
at
favorite
Star Wars
lightsaber.
Celebration, they announced the Star Wars Black Series Riva, third sister Force Effects Elite lightsaber. So this is a HasLab project. Basically what that means, it's a crowd-funded item. So 40 days, so they need to have enough backers in 40 days to move forward with releasing this product, and they will only release this product if it gets 5,000 backers. So far it only has 850, excuse me, 840. They need 5,000. And this item costs $499, and it's a $500 lightsaber plus more with tax and shipping. So
Yeah. I think
good luck saving your pennies.
I could guarantee that if that thing spinned, you would have already hit the 5,000 mark.
Yeah. So my understanding, this is the first replica Inquisitor lightsaber for Force Effects Black Series.
Mhm.
So this is the first time they've made like a Black Series Force Effects replica lightsaber based on an Inquisitor model, but it doesn't spin. And
Yeah.
I guess spinning would have been too much to ask for. So yeah, look at that. So that is based on the show, based on Riva's lightsaber in the show. So $500, and you're not even it's not even guaranteed to be made yet. It needs 5,000 backers in the next 40 days for it to get released, basically.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna do that.
So we'll see what happens there. Now, there was actually a Rancor. They were going to make a Black Series Rancor monster, and
Mhm.
it was a crowd-funded HasLab just like this, and it did not meet. Excuse me, it did not meet the funding goal, and
So
they
they didn't
can't.
make
So they can't. Exactly, they canceled it. So this needs to meet its funding goal, or it's not going to get made.
Yeah. Marvin
So,
says episode is up.
yeah.
Kenobi time.
Well, let's see. See, it's always up. It's always up early for Marvin, but never for us.
Exactly.
There. All right. Yeah. Part 3, 48 minutes. All right. So
Cool.
we're gonna be taking a break,
Ready to go.
folks, and we'll see you at the end of the episode. So stay tuned.
Hey everybody, we are back. I just finished the episode. We will be waiting for Jeffrey to return, and then we'll start discussions. But I guess for some of you, we did get the fight that we've been waiting for, so or at least some of it, not all of it. But we're just waiting for everybody to finish. So yes. Go episode was amazing. The lightsaber fight was weak though. Yeah, the episode was amazing. I did like it a lot. Yeah, the lightsaber fight, well, I don't know about the lightsaber fight.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Yeah. What we wanted.
Well, we got lots of Vader this week. Lots of Vader activity. James,
exactly.
it was James Earl Jones blessing us with his immortal pipes once again as Darth Vader.
Yep. Marvin.
Full on.
Episode was amazing. The lightsaber fight was weak though. What do you think of the lightsaber fight?
I mean, going by what Vader said in A New Hope, it doesn't. I hope this isn't the last time they have some sort of a confrontation, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this is not it.
Considering this was the third episode, I feel like they're going to have to encounter each other again, where it will be more of a moral victory for Obi-Wan Kenobi, setting up when they next meet 9 years later for A New Hope.
Yeah.
But we got lots of Vader, and he was full on Vader. So
exactly.
I mean, they didn't wait until the end, at least. So at least we got some this episode.
So good. Love this episode. Yes. Favorite episode.
Indira Varma. I liked Indira Varma because she's a great actress, you know.
Yeah.
So to have her as sort of like a double agent who's helping, you know, Jedi and like sort of the early parts of the rebellion, kind of.
Yeah.
I really like that. I really like how she got to play that character.
Exactly. Some of the scenes were cold. Love seeing Vader. No kidding. Vader just walking down the street.
Honestly, the acting this week was a lot better. I think the sets this week, you know, because they actually did some, because they clearly got to do some exterior and on location shoots. A lot of in-camera stunts, a lot of in-camera setups, not a ton of CG. So I really dug all that.
Yeah.
The sets looked really good. Production values looked really good. So I think this was definitely the best episode so far.
Exactly. Marvin, Vader felt off, didn't feel as menacing.
I think this is the most menacing he's been in a while, honestly.
Yeah, when I saw him literally break that kid or guy's neck when he walked out of the house, I was like, damn.
And then he tossed Kenobi into the flames.
Yeah.
Just to torture, just to play with him a little bit. It's like a cat. He was like a cat playing with his food.
Yeah.
Like a predator, like an apex predator. Like an kind of reminded me of like an orca, just like batting around like a baby seal.
And it's funny how he drags them through the flames, almost as if for him to feel what he went through.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're gonna have to meet each other again, where maybe Obi-Wan gains some perspective after contacting Qui-Gon, and it's gonna have to be a bit of a moral victory.
Yeah.
For Obi-Wan, just to because what did he say in A New Hope? When last we met, I was but a learner, now I am the master.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. You have to, for that to be the payoff, you kind of have to set that up. Otherwise, if this was their last meeting, the way they speak to each other in the movie doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. Because there has to be where he's gonna come on top?
I really enjoyed Ewan McGregor. Like, I imagine Ewan McGregor probably had a lot of input
Hmm.
in his series, because we got to this was a lot more Obi-Wan than we've ever really gotten in
Hmm.
any of his parts in the movie before. Like, he talks about, like, I have memories of my parents. I have, like, flashes. Like,
Yeah.
I think I had a baby brother. I remember my father's hands, my mother's shawl. Like, we never heard about stuff like that him before, and stuff
No.
about how, the Jedi were like a family to him. We never heard about him express that kind of sentiment, other than, you know, even my problem with the prequels is, like, all the emotions and the interactions felt very forced,
Hmm.
and there was never any genuine chemistry or really genuine emotion. So to see Obi-Wan kind of expressing all these sort of wistful, kind of poignant emotions, kind of really, they hit home a little bit more for me. So
Yeah.
that's why this was really one of the stronger episodes in my mind.
Yeah, I agree. And it's a good since it is a 6 episode series. This is where kind of like that arc where everything's gonna start.
We also got to see the Grand Inquisitor's base. That was a good
Mhm.
set.
Yep,
We
that
got
was
to
good.
see Vader's throne room on Mustafar. We saw his palace on Mustafar in Rogue One.
Hmm.
Now we got to actually see his throne room.
Yeah,
So that was, like, this is the first time we've ever really seen Vader's throne room on Mustafar. So that was neat.
yeah, that was really cool to see.
Uh the other thing, the other toy they had at Celebration, they had like a Lola toy, her
Hmm.
little
Oh
robot.
yeah, I saw that as well.
So, and I'm glad at least that Indira Varma
Hmm.
survives. So we'll get at least one more episode with her.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't think the Rebel Alliance has officially started yet.
Hmm.
So to me, these are like the baby steps. These are like the early seeds of the Rebel Alliance. So I wonder. I thought it was neat because there were some deep cuts in this episode, because
Yeah.
we saw carving we saw carving of the Rebel Alliance insignia in
Hmm.
that safe house.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi also mentioned Quinlan Voss, who's like a Jedi, who's been in a lot of. We haven't really seen much of him. He's been in a lot of the additional material, but we haven't really seen him much in, like, a motion picture. So I hope this is interesting. Like, I hope we can see Quinlan Voss and some other stuff down the line, since we know he's still out there and active and alive at this time.
Yeah.
And also, when they said they take away the children who are force sensitive, I
Mhm.
imagine the children who are force sensitive are trained to become inquisitors.
Yeah.
I doubt there. I mean, I'm sure some of them might be killed,
Mhm.
but I'm guessing that some of them are, like, brought to, like, a facility. They're probably brainwashed and indoctrinated, and they're probably made into inquisitors.
Yeah.
And that's probably how they get new inquisitors. They probably recruited Riva when
Hmm.
she survived the purge, and some got turned into inquisitors. Why
Hmm.
did Vader keep on letting him get away? He could have easily, because he wanted to draw it out. He's an Predators like to play with their food. Predators enjoy playing with their food.
Hmm.
It's real, folks. It's nature. Predators Predators don't just like to kill their food. They like to play with their food, and they enjoy it.
Yep.
This is not sport hunting. Predators like to do that. This is the guy. Think about this. After 10 years, 10 years, this is the guy who freaking dismembered you, left you like left you to die,
Put you on the barbecue.
getting burned to a crisp and, like, in molten lava. After 10 years, you finally see this again. You finally see this guy again. What you are just not gonna let it go over and done with. Okay, you're dead. It's over now. Now I can go back home and I can have a peaceful. This is all he's been thinking about for 10 years. You
Hmm.
think he's just gonna let him get off easy? No, he wanted to make it as painful and long and drawn out as possible. That
Yep.
is why he didn't just kill him. It
Mhm.
has to be it has to be he has to torture him, and that's why he was killing all those and torturing all those people in that encampment. He was trying to get to Obi-Wan's moral conscience. He wanted to make it hurt and draw him out. And it worked because Obi-Wan could have just left in the tunnel with Tala and Leia, but he had to stay and confront Darth Vader.
Yeah, and that's the reason why they dragged him through the fire.
A couple problems I had with this episode. Yeah. When they're on that little transport with the mole creature, the mole humanoid.
Yeah.
And he gets flustered and he says Leia instead of their code names. I'm sorry, that's not something Obi-Wan would do.
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
Mm-hmm.
I get him being like rusty and kind of out of practice in the whole kind of, Jedi kind of undercover thing. But for him, like, seeing what Obi-Wan becomes in A New Hope and seeing where he's been before, I can't imagine him making a mistake like that. They didn't set that up very well, I don't think.
Yeah. I agree. And what was
who was that? Was Zach Braff the mole creature?
I don't know.
Zach Braff was credited in this episode.
Oh shit!
Was he Freck? They called that guy Freck.
Yeah.
Was he Freck?
Don't know.
The mole creature. So basically, they're being escorted by a mole creature. Who does those kind of mining transports, and his name was Freck. The voice sounded familiar. I don't know who Zach Braff played here.
Yeah,
but I think that was Zach Braff. I don't know. I don't know if that was just his voice or if he was in the costume as well.
He probably was just his voice if he is.
Okay, but I think that was that. Did you recognize the voice, Mike?
No, I didn't recognize it. I was so into the story and how it was progressing.
If anyone recognized the voice for Freck, let us know. What do you all think will happen with Leia? Well, okay, so the episode ended with now Riva captures Leia. I think Riva is going to try to set a trap because she's working on her own. She doesn't trust the other Inquisitors. So I think she's going to try and set a trap for Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan's going to take the bait, and I guess we'll see. I think we'll learn a little bit more about Riva in the next episode and why she has a vendetta. And I think we're going to see more of Riva's backstory next week and what happened to her at the Jedi Temple after her teacher died.
So. I think so. Ultron, were you guys disappointed in Vader? I really liked him. I wasn't.
Not at all. Not at all.
Disappointed.
I mean, guys, think about this. You know how old James Earl Jones is?
Yeah.
Mike, how old is James Earl Jones?
What is he, like close to 90 at this point?
He's 91.
Is he 91?
He's 91 years old.
Oh, 90. Shoot.
I mean, so he got to voice Vader again in Star Wars Rebels and Rogue One, and he played him again here.
Yep.
We have how many more opportunities are we really going to get to have James Earl Jones as Darth Vader like this?
No kidding.
So I mean, we have to enjoy it while we can, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well.
So, and I'm very grateful how much Vader we got to see in this episode, and it was James Earl Jones doing the voice. So,
the one thing I do want to pick up: who was the person that they see when they're walking, and they see the guy in the Jedi outfit?
Oh, I couldn't tell who that was supposed to be. I think that was, to me, that looked like Obi-Wan imagining Anakin. Like he was having a vision of Anakin, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know for certain.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they were kind of setting up him confronting Darth Vader in this episode, and then he was still kind of fresh in his mind that learning that Anakin was still alive.
Mm-hmm. Marvin,
Yeah,
that
I agree, Marvin. I think that was supposed to be Obi-Wan like thinking about and seeing what he thought Anakin would maybe look like at this point.
Is it possible that Vader was torturing him already, putting an image in his head in order
Maybe.
to know that he was following that? Because he already by that
Maybe.
point he knew where he was at already, and he was heading over to go confront him.
I don't think he knew until I don't think he knew he was on that planet until the probe droid saw him. So no. I
Okay.
think it's just the Force just kind of messing with like I think it's just maybe not even the Force. I think it's just Obi-Wan's own guilt. I think it's his own personal guilt
Okay.
of what happened.
Awesome. Slater the Spider, is there any good left in Vader, or is he too far gone at this point?
Yes, we saw.
Yeah.
This is all before Return of the Jedi. So yes, Slater. Yeah. Yes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes a while.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
I think the good didn't come till he got older.
It comes in about 12 years.
Yeah.
But it comes.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
But right now is where Vader is at his worst.
He's fully Darth Vader. He's fully given himself over to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Fully. So yes.
Yeah. That's why I was kind of curious, and then to think that if it could be his guilt, but I was like, dude, to mess with him even more, to do that, to be able to do the Force and be able to like really mess with his mind, that would be crazy.
Let's see.
What did you think about the Grand Inquisitor? Is he really dead, or is he?
They made it seem like he's dead. So
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm very confused.
Mm-hmm. Unless there's somebody that replaces him.
Unless they're trying to say the guy we saw in the first 2 episodes was not was a different Inquisitor.
Maybe. And then the
Then
one
why would they make him look I don't understand what's happening here.
Yeah. I don't know either.
I really hope they're not messing with, because like Dave Filoni was credited on this episode.
Mm-hmm.
He's part of like the creative brain trust over at Lucasfilm. I feel like he'd be smart enough to like tell them like, hey, don't make this guy the Grand Inquisitor or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But also too, it could be something else. So who knows? Who knows?
No, I don't think he will.
Mm-hmm.
Because what did Obi-Wan say? He's more machine than man, twisted and evil.
Yeah.
So I don't really think Obi-Wan's going to see the good in Vader.
Yeah. Cool.
In this show.
Slater the Spider. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like this point in the story, is there any good? Like will he soften up for Kenobi, or the rest of the episode will he be bad? I think he's bad.
He's bad
Robert
to
Garcia,
the bone.
Damn, that was
Hey, Robert.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love you, Robert. Thank you, buddy.
Marvin, can we talk about how clutch that lady was with that shot?
Tala.
Imagine what would happen if Vader got his hands on Kenobi.
Tala.
Yeah.
Well, he did get his hands. He tried to burn him alive.
Exactly. Try to barbecue him.
Tried to have some Kenobi skewers.
Exactly.
Some extra crispy Kenobi.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tala. Yeah, Indira Varma was like low-key scene stealer tonight, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And Robert, I really thought they were going to put off showing Vader for a later episode, but Deborah Chow hit us with a ton of bricks.
Yeah. I'm happy because I hope that kind of sets the tone. I think after the first 2 episodes, we really needed something big.
Mm-hmm.
Like we needed something big because this is the midway point. So we needed something big this episode to really sell the series. And I think having so much Vader in this episode will really sell the rest of the series to people and keep people tuning in for the next 3 episodes.
Yep. Later the Snyder.
Because remember, the first opening night was the first 2.
Yeah.
So they really needed to do something big to keep us tuning in.
I agree. Slater the Spider. Yes, agree, Robert. Deborah Chow did amazing. Marvin's episode was an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, amazing.
I would go 8.5 for this one.
Vader snapping that dude's neck was crazy.
Vader, no mercy from Vader.
Ruthless. And he just came out to help the guy.
Did he kill that kid too? Did he kill? It looked like he killed his kid.
Yeah, because
he was just killing people left and right.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think Vader will kill one of the Inquisitors? Has to.
Wouldn't surprise me. Maybe he'll kill. Maybe he'll kill.
Riva.
I don't know. I wouldn't surprise me if Riva turns on him at some point, and maybe. But I feel it wouldn't surprise me if he were.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think that might have happened already in what is it? The video game. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, with because that's around the same timeline.
Yeah, similar. I think it's probably after this, but I think there are Inquisitors. I think there is maybe one that maybe gets killed.
Yeah, Robert Garcia, he killed the kid. I take it back. Vader was menacing in this episode.
He was definitely.
The Inquisitors are scared of Vader. Damn,
I mean, for good reason. For good reason.
Constantly pissed off. Yeah, I would stay away. Slater the Spider. Can't wait to see breakdowns for this episode. Yeah, that's gonna be nuts. I wonder how much Vader felt for Kenobi in that moment. Isn't this Vader's first time seeing Kenobi in a minute? Yeah, it's been 10 years since the last time he saw him.
He wanted to draw it out.
Yeah. Wanted to make him suffer. That's why I don't think he was really I don't think Vader was really at 100% fighting either.
No, he was like a cat playing with his food.
Exactly.
Like a cat playing with a helpless mouse, basically.
Yeah.
It was like an orca just batting around a baby seal and just making it absolutely terrified before he gobbles it whole.
Yeah. Marvin Kenobi looked terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna have to confront one another again.
Yeah. I think
so. They can't leave it on that note.
Yeah, because Kenobi's not at 100% at this point. He's not who he once was. And he said it. He even admitted to it that he wasn't who he once was. I loved when he sensed Vader on the planet before they went into the tunnel.
Yeah, it was like he was in pain. When Vader showed up.
Yeah. I think there will be a bigger fight in the next couple episodes. I think so too. There has to be. There has to be a bigger fight coming up. If there isn't, I'm going to be very disappointed, but there has to be a bigger fight. And I think that's when Obi-Wan will get his confidence back.
But I think this will be the episode that gets a lot of people talking and will really drive the interest up for this series.
Yeah.
And will carry it for the rest of this season.
Yeah. I agree.
But this episode is really why you want to see a show like this, basically. Yeah. You want to see like a prime, fully dark side, at the height of his powers, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Confronting a slightly younger Obi-Wan Kenobi. Voiced by, and then you have Vader voiced by James Earl Jones. That's why you want to see a show like this.
Exactly. Writing Inquisitors. Fast typing. I do it all the time.
Inquistadors.
I do it all the time. It's fast typing.
Are they related to conquistadors?
Also, it's cool to see the Inquisitors fight for Vader's approval and status. So cool seeing power rankings, like even the Stormtroopers saluted the third sister. Rob, I agree with that one too. Robert Garcia, Obi-Wan will get back in touch with the Force and battle Vader before the
That
end of the series.
seems to be what they're setting up here.
And this is what another thing that I want to point out with you guys. Did you notice Vader's lightsaber is not like the one from the New Hope? It's kind of has
Are you
some of the.
sure?
I think so. It has some of the traits, but it looked when
I
he
can't
was
really tell.
walking. When he was walking, the bottom of the saber looked a little different.
Are you positive?
I need to go back and take a look when that scene, but it looked different. It didn't look like the same lightsaber that he had in the New Hope and that he had through the original series. Ultron, I was hoping for Kenobi to use his force powers. Are you taking a look?
I'm trying to now that you said that, I'm trying to find the moment where we do see a moment where it's at his hip.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to find that
and
part.
The bottom, because Vader always carried his lightsaber with the blade emitter part facing up, and the handle was always down.
Okay, so I see the shot here.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm trying to. It looks the same to me. I'm sorry.
Does it?
It has those those black rubber grips.
Mm-hmm. Did it have it? I didn't really see it that closely.
Because what I'm looking at now,
mm-hmm.
where it is?
Because it looked thinner.
Okay. The close up on his, it's about 2954.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
We're getting deep frame.
So 29. Okay. Yeah, the one 29, so about 29, 54, 55. I'm looking at it on his hip. It looks like the same model to me.
Does it?
I don't know. I mean, look, obviously the props aren't going to be probably 1-to-1, but it looks the same.
It looked thinner to me. I don't know why. And it didn't look like the rubber around it was as
it looks
that much.
I'm fairly positive it's the same hilt, but I mean, it looks I don't want to say exactly the same, but it looks identical to what he's used before.
Yeah.
See that now? I'll try to find a replica kit.
While we're doing that, go into comments. Marvin, I want to see Kenobi go full crazy fighting against Vader and the Inquisitors. I agree with that one. Slater the Spider overall rating 9.5 from Slater. Easily one of my favorite Star Wars shows thus far.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but this was definitely a standout episode of anyone. I think of anyone made so far. It's definitely a standout.
Yeah. Marvin, do you all think Vader was too timid?
No.
Nah, I don't think so. Oh my God!
Like, how is he timid? You know?
Yeah. Marvin, Zeke. Oh my God! Do you all hear that Quinlan reference? Yes, I did.
Yeah, that was a nice. That was one of those nice deeper cuts.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we can see Quinlan Vos in something. At some point.
Exactly.
Whether it's an animation or live action somewhere, I hope we can see. Because he's like one character who we've heard a lot about, but we've never really seen much of it, much of him. Yeah. So I would like to see more of Quinlan Vos.
Yeah, Slater the Spider, definitely not his lightsaber.
Prove it. You like give me some.
It looked like the top part of it looked like it. The bottom part of the hilt looked different.
It looked the same. It looks what.
If I could get through my boxes, I'd pull it out. But
here, I'm gonna.
I have a couple boxes because I actually do have a Vader lightsaber replica. I have a Luke one too.
It looks like the same one. I don't see.
Yeah. So cool. I really want to see Quinlan live action. That was from Marvin. Slater the Spider. Yeah, I agree, Mike. The bottom looks different. Marvin Zeke, I don't think that's the same saber.
Here's a photo. Here's a photo from the Disney store.
Okay.
This looks
Like, see,
okay.
that's why I say it looks different because it doesn't look like it had that much black. Let me share it with everybody right now. Okay. We got
So
the
that's the
Marvin coming
that's
out.
the legacy Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See,
So
this is
now
where, like,
it
this
doesn't
is
look
where,
now what I'm looking at now, it has those rubber grips.
Mhm.
It has that kind of that kind of rectangular pattern
Yeah.
on the cylinder.
Let me put this back up.
Now there's a bit more. Now the one in the show has a bit more metallic space
Mhm.
between the grip,
Yeah.
between the rubber grips and that kind of that middle black section.
Mhm.
There's a bit more metallic space, but
Yeah.
it's still fairly an identical model.
Yeah.
It's not a one-to-one, but it's fairly identical. And
Mhm.
plus, this is a Disney store replica anyway.
Yeah.
It's not a movie, it's not an official movie prop. It's a replica.
Yeah. Ultron has the same lightsaber, guys.
I
Marvin
think
is
it's the
like, it
same.
looks different.
How does it look different? Like show me, like,
I don't
because
know.
I got it on my screen, like and it
Mhm.
looks like there are some slight differences, but it looks like it's meant to be the same model,
Yeah.
basically.
Because
I don't
that's
see
where
much
the
of a difference.
handle. Because I noticed the handle right off the bat that the handle looked a little different, but I don't think it's the same look. But there's like it just looked more like less of that black.
It looks the same to me, man.
Gotta see. I gotta see it even closer. But either way,
I
something.
want to know. I want to know who Zach Braff played, and I want some confirmation that he played Freck tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look. Maybe. Let's see. I'm gonna try to Google Zach Braff.
Yeah.
Zach Braff
Marvin Zeke.
Kenobi.
I know some Star Wars fans will complain about it being a different saber. They'll complain about anything, I think, Marvin, to be honest.
Okay, so it was Zach Braff. It was Zach Braff as Freck. So
Okay,
that
so what's him?
so the mole creature you saw tonight, folks, was Zach Braff of Scrubs fame,
Yeah.
voicing
So there you
Freck.
go. Got approval. Was it Guy Love though?
What he was what?
Was it Guy Love?
Who?
You know, with Zach Braff and Faison Love and Scrubs. You used to
Oh,
sing that song.
Faison Love has. I think he's done some work on Star Wars. I think he worked on
Yeah,
what was it?
he's done some Star Wars stuff. I think this is Zach Braff's first time. Say to the Spider, how do we feel about the directing of this episode, the overall plot?
Wait.
What are you looking for?
Donald Faison. Donald
Donald
Faison.
Faison. Yeah.
Faison Love is a different actor. I'm sorry.
Sorry, wrong one. Yeah.
Why were you talking about Faison Love?
I don't know. Same.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to find the
Guy
show
Love.
Donald Faison worked on.
Yeah.
before.
How there comes a question. How do we feel about the directing of this episode, the overall plot?
I think it's the best. I think it's the best to date so far for Kenobi.
Yeah. Kenobi has some really good gun skill. I'm surprised.
Okay, so Donald Faison was he worked on Resistance and Clone Wars as a voice actor.
Yeah. That's the one thing you definitely got to say though. Kenobi has really learned how to use a pistol. Where
well, it's more out of circumstance, and he's trying to stay incognito,
it's out of necessity.
Yeah, it's out of necessity.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to keep that he's a Jedi hit, because if he ignites a lightsaber, it makes him an even bigger target.
Yeah, exactly. So,
plus he's out of practice. He hasn't been training.
Yeah,
he buried it. I mean, he kept his lightsaber buried for 10 years.
Yep.
Kenobi has some really good gun skill. I'm surprised. I agree, Slater.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah.
get good with it.
Mhm.
Even though it's uncivilized, he did get good with it.
Exactly. So, do we have anything else? Do we give the
I give
overall
this
grade?
episode an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah. I give it a 9 out of 10. I actually really like this episode. I really liked it. You guys, if everybody who's watching the show, if you guys want to give your ratings, we'd love to see them. So that we could rate it. I know Slater gave his already. Oh
He
no,
gave it.
Marvin gave his 8 out of 10.
Slater 9.5 out of 10 from Slater.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Ultron, Marvin, wants to win.
I don't want to see Vader holding back. I want to see him go crazy, which you probably will. Great episode.
I mean, look,
Uh-huh.
he was not showing any mercy to those poor townspeople.
Exactly. Slater the Spider overall 9.5 for Slater, 8.5 for Marvin, which kind of matches your thoughts. Robert 9.5. So overall, from what we've got in the comments, been a pretty good episode and everybody loved it. So I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm gonna watch it again as soon as we're off.
I only have minor nitpicks this week, but
Yeah.
it was a good episode.
Exactly. Ultron, I give it a 9 easily.
Thank you, Ultron. Robert gives it a 9.5, Marvin 8.5, Slater 8. Man, we've had some really good comments. So thanks guys for joining us this week. We really appreciate it.
Exactly. Same here.
This is what makes the watch party. This is what makes the watch party so much fun. Oh, we got a TJ. Want to see Vader fight without the helmet? You see.
I think we've already see him fight.
He needs the helmet to breathe.
No, but we did see him fight in was it Clone? No, it was in Rebels.
In Rebels, he did get part of his
clothes.
Yeah, but he didn't lose his whole helmet. Part of it got shattered off.
Mm-hmm.
Like the lens part, the eye lens part.
Well,
but he didn't lose his. I apparently there's been instances in the comics where he lost his man. I don't know if it's been in the Marvel comics or what. So I imagine with his force abilities, he could stay alive for a little while, but probably not very long.
Yeah, exactly. Great show this week, you guys. Thank you so much, Marvin. Looking forward to it next week.
Yay!
Amazing host. Thank you so much, Slater.
You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing viewers. Thanks for joining us.
Exactly. Ultron Vader igniting his lightsaber was dope. I agree.
I thought not the fact that he when he ignited when he used the lightsaber to set fire to that to those chemicals.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I am what you made me. Yeah, that was a good line.
Yeah, that was a really
delivered by the iconic James Earl Jones. So
exactly, but we're gonna close it out. We're gonna close it out for tonight, though. I got interviews at 9 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah, so TJ, we saw you just came in, so we'll be back next week. So tune in next week. We'll be doing this again.
And now all the shows are gonna be a half hour earlier. We're gonna start at 11 p.m. Give us
we'll have more time. Yeah, we'll have more time and more discussion time.
Exactly, and also
questions and
exactly. And don't forget to tell your friends, if you see that super thanks button, hit the super thanks button. We are really building because we're gonna eventually get out of this Zoom room, and we're gonna do this in live in real
studio.
In a studio.
Yeah,
but we need your help. So hopefully you get those super thanks, super chats, everything else, because all that is going to what we're going to be producing for, and we're hoping we could do this starting for Andor, which will be August 31st.
Right. So the mulligan. So we got our mulligan, and we had a great show tonight, and we had some great comments, some great questions, some great viewers. So thank you, everybody.
Exactly. So Jeffrey, tell them where they could find you, what they could expect from you this week.
All right. So check me out on Twitter at Wheeljack83. You can check out my review of Top Gun Maverick and also the Bob's Burgers movie on 411mania.com. I'm also on Rotten Tomatoes. Once again, I am the J to the E to the double F Re. Jeffrey Harris, signing off.
Awesome. And you know where you find me here on MUSE TV. We have some great episodes. We still have a lot of stuff that we have to put up from Star Wars Celebration. So that's coming soon. We have, we're talking to two of the new members from Jurassic World Dominion. That's tomorrow. It's going to go up later in the week. And we have Thursday, we have the She Rocks Awards. We just got the confirmation for that. We're going to be talking to Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm, Dionne Warwick, and a bunch of other female musicians who are going to be at the event. So stay tuned for that. And we have NAMM this weekend. So we'll be at NAMM for a couple days. And also, too, I'm going to be at AEW Rampage this Friday. I'm going to try and put up some stuff. So follow us on social media at MUSE TV. So that you can take a look at it. If you're a wrestling fan and you like AEW, we're going to post some stuff on there as well. But yeah, follow us at MUSE TV. And like I told everybody, please help us support. We're really utilizing the super thanks and super chats now in order for us to be able to move into our studio and be able to do this live in a studio and try and do some really cool things and video feeds where you'll be able to jump in and be a part of the show even more. So with that, good night. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 11 p.m. for the Obi-Wan Kenobi watch party and after show. See you next time.